In the US of A, roughly 160,000 miles of railroad tracks are spread out across the nation, with each mile being connected one after another. Mostly. While a majority of the mileage is ran by the bigger freight and passenger companies of today, there's a healthy portion that are run by smaller railroads, or as we call them, short lines. Running smaller trains, they deliver cargo from these businesses to be interchanged with the bigger railroads. And then they're sent all across the world, and why the fuck am I talking like this? America tends to have quite a lot of short lines. But we're not gonna go over all of them, in fact. Today, we're shining a light on everyone's favorite nationalized rail company, Consolidated Rail Corporation, or as we call it, Conrail. The railroad starting out as a joke on April 1st, 1976, the Consolidated Company had absorbed 6 struggling northeastern railroads and reformed them into a more nationalized and modernized rail network, despite spending 7 years trying to turn a profit. Following the Staggers Act in 1980, this allowed Conrail to abandon money-losing lines in order to strengthen their finances, which did result in various branch lines being shut down across the Northeast, giving Conrail a more profitable future alongside of a more streamlined network. While some of these lines did bite the bullet of abandonment, this resulted in the creation of various smaller railroads that helped support the businesses affected by the act. And oh boy, there's a long list to go over, but I'm not going to bore you with all the nitty-gritty details. Let's move the clock a few years. We're jumping ahead to 1995 or so. Conrail had been turning a profit for years, and the company decided to try a business strategy of a new feeder system in collab with a handful of short lines. This would fall under the rather unique name Conrail Express. This program was designed to treat Conrail shortline partners as equals, which saw opportunities for interchange rates, good carloads, reliable service, and plenty more business matters that my autistic brain can't think of right now. In theory, this sounds like a promising business venture to strengthen the relationships with smaller short lines, rather than buying them out, which is the case for many short lines today, unfortunately. In total, 19 short lines were planned to be a part of the Conrail Express program, with the list going as follows. Okay. The Maryland and Delaware, the Indiana Southern, the Grand Rapids Eastern, the Mid-Michigan, the New England Central, the Depew Lancaster Northern, the Youngstown Austintown, Ware and Trumwell, Ohio and Pennsylvania, Cam Chase Industrial, North Shore, Union County Industrial, Shamokin Valley, Nittany and Bald Eagle, Allegheny Valley, Southwest Pennsylvania, Reading Blue Mountain Northern, Lilo King Valley and Juniata Valley, and Connecticut and Southern. So quite a lot, so to speak. In anticipation of the program, the RBMN and the Maryland and Delaware would paint 2 locomotives to promote the program, those being U-23B number 2395 and SW-900 number 801. Coincidentally, both locomotives did originate from Conrail, so... The livery would consist of the Conrail Blue, but with a white line running along the sides of the locomotive, which is kind of reminiscent of Conrail's own motive power. The logo along the hood would say Conrail Express, with the R's overlapping each other, and the text at the bottom saying owned and operated by insert short line here, which managed to capture the identity of Conrail in a unique lens while showcasing the partnership between the big railroads and short lines. But now we come to the question, what the fuck happened? Well, we don't have an exact reason, but take into account the time period that this program was introduced. In 1997, CSX and Norfolk Southern would reach an agreement to split Conrail in half, making competition in the northeastern United States return back to an even medium, alongside reversing the problems of the rather infamous Penn Central. The final operations of Conrail occurred on June 1st, 1999. So in other words, while the program was starting out, not much progress happened due to the upcoming split of Conrail, meaning any further development of the Express program was cancelled. As for the 2 locomotives that received the Express scheme, U-Boat 2395 would only last a year in this livery before getting involved in a nasty accident. Sadly, it would be scrapped afterwards, and another U-23 replaced its number slot, lasting on the roster until 2005. As for the Maryland and Delaware locomotive, number 801 in particular, it is still proudly wearing the one-off scheme, and can be found operating through the Delaware Peninsula of Delaware to this day. Try saying that 3 times. The main reason why Conrail Express never took off properly was due to the rather poor timing, as the company was nearing its end following the company's split, with CSX and NS ditching the Express program that Conrail started. But it leaves you wondering, if Conrail never split and survived into the 21st century, would the Express program really be a success? Let me know in the comments below.